Hey everyone, today what we're going to be doing is changing the oil in a 2011 Toyota Sienna. So anyway, let's get right to it. Now to get started, you're going to want a few supplies here. Always want paper towels, you're going to need a funnel. This is the tool that you can use to take off the filter on the 2011 Toyota, because it has a different filter than your kind of what used to be the standard oil filter. You'll want the wrench to take the drain plug out, get some seals, the washers for that drain plug, because those can go bad, so we'll be replacing that. And of course you'll want a catch basin or two that you're going to catch the oil with. And of course you'll want your oil and your filter. Go ahead and pop the hood. And just like I did in my 2006 video, I pull it up onto some ramps, which makes getting to the oil pan a lot easier. I'm going to open this up. It should pop up. It doesn't come all the way out, it just sits like that. And you open this to allow the airflow so that the oil will actually go down into your reservoir here. And before you take the filter off and the plug and all that, you want to get this cap off. That's going to allow airflow through the engine and let all of that oil drain out down below. All right, you want to position your pan so it's right under this plug, slightly back from it, so that as the oil comes out, it will land in your catch pan there. Then you're going to use your wrench. Try to remember righty-tighty or lefty-loosey. Here, this will be other way, like so. I kind of hold in on it so that I can get it all the way loose and make one final pull to take it out, and that way I don't I'm not stuck with it running all over my hands before I get it out of the hole. I'm gonna grab a paper towel real quick. Now you may see this, there's a washer is still on there. It actually is stuck to the pan right now, so I'm going to wait till it stops running and then I'll take that out and swap it, take that off and swap it out for a new one. Alright, so this may be a little hard to see, but this right here is your filter, your oil filter. This is the housing. This centerpiece here actually comes out and will allow you to drain it before you actually take the filter out. So something I forgot to mention is that you'll want a socket set. The filter housing tool actually takes a socket end, so you'll need that, and you'll want a wrench. But this takes it as well. So this piece will stick right in here. It can be unscrewed like so. Now you'll notice not much oil came out of there. That's because there's a spring-loaded gate inside of it, and to drain the filter, you'll actually get a little filter drain in the box with the new filter. I'll show you what I mean. That right there comes with the new filter, and you can just thread that right up in here. Now you can attach a hose or something to that if you want to, but you can see as I start to tighten it, it opens that gate, and it will allow most of the oil to drain out of that filter, so that you don't have it all come out as you're trying to take the filter out. And it's not going to get all of it out. You'll have a little bit left in there that you're going to have to deal with when you take this cover off, but it reduces the amount that will come out when you take the filter itself out. So we're just going to let that drain, and then we'll get the new filter set up. Now, while those are draining, I do have another video where I explain how to reset the maintenance required light in this fan. I'll put a link to that video at the end of this one, so if you're interested in that, it will just take a few minutes to get that done. Very simple process, and feel free to take a look at that video as well. Now, I'm not gonna do that process now because you need to crank up the vehicle to do that, and I don't want to crank it up without any oil in it. So we're going to knock that out at the end of this project, but I'm not going to record that process again because I already have a video with that information up. So take a look at that. I'll put a link at the end of this one. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If this helps you out, like the video, and let's keep going with this project. All right, we are almost done here. I've got this one just barely dripping. You can see a little bit of the oil coming out of the pan still back there, but we're getting real close. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull this filter out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this drip plug, the drip tube out. And then we're gonna use the wrench that we used earlier with this filter wrench. It's made for taking this filter off. The housing, I should say, the filter housing. This can be tight, but should come off without a terrible amount of effort. Once you get it loosened up, you should be able to get the rest of the way off with your hand. And take this wrench off first because I have something to pull against while it's still on the car. So try to not let it run too much oil onto me as I pull it out. There you go. Got your filter there and the housing. Dump the rest of that out. So this filter should come out. Set that over here. And this is your housing here. Now you got an O-ring around here. Your new filter will come with one of those as well. And that should just come off. And if you're playing along, you'll notice that there's a second O-ring that comes with it, and that goes on the plug that we took out first. That seals that. So you want to take that off as well. Got your two new O-rings here. So we can take our smaller one that can go right in here into this hole. So that's going to seal the plug. Like so. Your plug will screw right down onto it and hold that O-ring in place. And you don't want to go much more than hand tight with that, because as it heats, it's going to swell, and it's going to seal that off real well, and you won't have to worry about that coming off. You want to get it tight, but don't over tighten it. Next, you want your other one. It's going to run that right down back where you just took the other one off. And that should go all the way just past those threads. You'll see that gap there where that O-ring will go. Just make sure it's all the way down, all the way around, and then you get a little oil and run it around that O-ring, just like that. Then we're going to grab the new filter, slide that down in there all the way. You can see it has that spring, and that's what the drain plug that you get with it, that's what it's pushing against. It's opening that up when you tighten it up in there, is it's pushing against that spring. So there you go. Now we're going to thread this back up in there. Get that new filter in place. Again, you don't want to over tighten this, because it will get tighter as everything heats up and your new O-rings begin to kind of swell into place here. So tighten it by hand, get it nice and snug, and that'll be about it. Alright, now my oil pan has slowed to just a drip, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this seal off of the side here. There we go. Get that seal off of there. And you get the new one here. Slide it on, and we'll thread it right back up in there. Grab your wrench and just snug it up. Last time I changed this oil in this vehicle, I actually had a leak on this bolt here because of that seal. It broke apart and had essentially a gap in it, and was dripping oil out of it. So I do recommend changing that. Every time you change the oil, go ahead and change that seal too, because it can cause you problems. So it's good to have some of these on hand, so that you're not stuck with an oil leak until you can go out and pick some up. So it's worth it. All right, now that you've got your filter back in and your plug back in, you've sealed off the bottom side, so now it's time to put your oil in. So start filling up. You get your funnel. You're going to put it in the same place that we took this out of earlier, right in the top of the engine here, and start filling. Before you get all of it in there, you're going to want to check your oil. Pull the dipstick out, get it nice and cleaned off. Back in. Wait for a minute. Pull it out and see where your level is. Mine's still plenty low, so I'm going to keep going. This van takes closer to 6 quarts. So the 5 quart I can usually just pour all the way in and not have to worry about it. But after I get the 5 quarts in, I am going to check it again, make sure that we're not overfilling it. I'm not sure if you can see this, but I'm hitting about right there with the oil, but I have not cranked up the van yet. So once I crank it up and it circulates the oil through the engine, that's going to go down some. So I'm actually going to go ahead and crank it so that I'll have a better judge of how much more I need. Put the cap back in, and I'm going to crank it, let it run for 10 seconds or so, and then we'll turn it back off. All right, and that's about all there is to it. We got the oil filled up, we got the oil changed, the filter changed, the plug seal changed, and that's really all there is to it. A little different than the oil filters I grew up with, where the whole thing was swapped out. This has that housing, and the filter just goes inside of it. Saves a little bit of waste from going into the landfill, so you know, good job. Thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video if it helped you out, and take a look at some of my other videos, other car maintenance and projects around the house. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.